Yeah, welcome to the Firehouse for some more Firehouse reasoning as it was here in the 2012. I think tonight in the Firehouse we'll be having a look at some of the categories that human beings put themselves in or has been categorized into. You know, last one I was talking about the nationalists. He's in another box. Tonight I would like to have a look at the classes. Have you heard of the upper classes and the middle classes and the lower class? And I suppose even beyond the lower class, I've heard the term the underclass. You know what I mean? So here is another way of dividing human beings by referring to some of them as the upper class, some as the middle class, some as the lower class, and still further the underclass, or don't know what other class they have below that. So the whole idea now is to examine those who are comfortable in their upper classes or their middle class or whatever the class that they deem themselves to be. Because it seems to me as an independent observer then that the upper classes, what deems to be the upper class, is like the top. This is the class that one feel privileged to be in. As it seems like these classes now, they was born with what they call the silver spoon in their mouth. In other words, they was born into richness and privilege beyond their way beyond the middle class means. Never mind the third class or the underclass, way beyond that. So he's the cream. Below him come the middle class man, and his ambition is to join the upper class man. But have you seen the upper class man being elitish in nature? Don't really want this man to join him. You know what I mean? It might rub a bit of shoulders with him if the middle class man happen to make a success in business and make a lot of money. And then below the middle class man now is they have various terms for this man, the working class man, you know what I mean? And now he's working now and he's striving to get out of his working class condition into the middle class, if you know what I mean. And the middle class is striving to go up to the first class, you know what I mean. And the middle class man now, while striving to get up to the first class man, he's terrified in case he fall back down into the pit of the working class man. And maybe the working class man is terrified of falling down into the underclass man. So we have, because of this idiotic class system, set up of course by the man at the top, we now have beings, like I say, being separated up into classes. And funnily enough, the class don't have well, to a degree, it doesn't have anything to do with one color still. Especially in England. Just looking at it from a white man point of view. Because not every one of these white men are in the upper class. Not a lot of them in the middle class. Some of them are not in the middle class. So they are in the working class, or you know what I mean. So the class system, anywhere you go, I suppose the same scenario will be working. Of this upper class, middle class, and working class as they would see it. But when we examine those, let's say I started an examination to see what these upper class people was like, what kind of morality do they have, the upper class? Because from a distance they look very well, the upper class. Because they have the best of everything, best of healthcare, food, money, and so forth. So these are considered the cream of society then, But when we examine them morally, the upper class now, we find out that, like I say, looks is deceiving. And that in reality then, I would say if you should get, let's say, a billion upper class people, you would be lucky if you find 2 of them that have any sense or understand what life is about. You see what I mean? The percentage. So that means most of the upper class are idiotic beings. Idiotic in the sense that they think now that success in life means material status. You see what I mean? And because of money, they have all of the material status. So they think that they are the cream of the crop, as it was. And then they confuse the middle class, because then the middle class start to think that, oh yes, to achieve in life, we must follow the example of the upper class. You know what I mean? But none of this, like I'm saying, is going to help a soul understand itself. When you are thinking that you are upper class, middle class, and underclass. You know what I mean? What is a middle class man anyway? What is a upper class man? Whoever the upper class man was. Like I tell you still have to go to toilet and go through the normal procedures of life and die. Only thing is that happened, he's been born into a lot of money, which is a very difficult thing to do in this world, and then realize who you are. It would be better if you're born in poverty. Actually, you're better off at the other end. You more have a chance of seeing through ignorance. But money and wealth is ignorance itself anyway, and once you are in it, it grips you. It's very hard to shake off that kind of ignorance. You know what I mean? Because that kind of ignorance provides you with a lot of comfort, a lot of power. You see what I mean? So to be born into such ignorance, when you are born up in the upper class, you are born into the heights, into the pinnacle of ignorance on this planet. You see, imagine that though, if you think about it really. You think that I bet most people would wish that they was born into a rich and powerful family on the planet, innit? How you think? Think, yes, man. Born with everything at your own disposal, and here I am telling you that would be the worst possible scenario for you to manifest on this planet. To be born in that lap of luxury and power at your disposal. It's the worst, you know what I mean? I pity any soul who you have to be born somewhere. It's not the soul's fault, but then it's harder for you to grasp reality. Then it's hard enough anyway. Hard in no matter where you are, but that does make it doubly hard. If you know what I mean. But on the outside it looks so, that's why it's so hard, because it's so easy. Because you've been born into this rich and, everything at your disposal. It looks rosy, but looks is deceiving. You know what I mean? So these you wouldn't understand, when you understand yourself as a human, you will understand that in life, those who you think are the achievers and are having the success and enjoying the success of life, right, are actually the failures. It's a paradox. I think that's the way God loves to set things up. Paradoxically. So paradoxically, those who you deem to be the most successful are the most not successful, failure. They are nowhere near success. And that's why they are deemed a success here. Because the system itself, like I'm telling you, is a corrupted system. It's not an honest system. So anyone who they are giving you as success, any hero who they give you to follow, has not achieved success. You know what I mean? Because they don't understand what success is. They judge success by the amount of money that you make. And they value you as a person by the amount of money that you have. That is what idiots do. Not sensible soul. No sensible, honest soul in creation would honor somebody because they happen to have 1,000 billion. Or it was them who make this and sell it and end up with 500,000 trillion. And then the other beings would say that's good. Nothing good about that. You know, that is just how selfish human beings go on. You know, they like to pamper each other. You know, and then they use these very souls that they are showing you is a success. They use them as heroes so you can follow them down into the darkness and the ignorance. You know what I mean? How do you think, like I say, you could come into life and somebody want to tell you that you have achieved when you own so much money and you have so much property and building around the planet. You know what I mean? And that this is what makes you a success of your country. You are not a success. You are a complete failure. Because the purpose of your life, any human life, is not to come here and to say, like it's a race to see who own, right, most of the earth and its resources, yeah, and who have stored up most of it by unfair means as well, you know, not honesty and truthfulness, because most of these businessmen are crook. You know, you powerful businessmen up in there, whatever, they are all crooks. Bend. That's why they always say business is business. So how can crooked and corrupted beings rise to the height of life as it was and is given praise and award for their crookedness and exploitation of their fellow human beings? Because that's what that game is about. You know? Rich and powerful men never get rich and powerful by being fair and straight and honest. They get it for being what I call rude and crude and vicious and vindictive ways, you know. What they would call using underhand tactics. You know what I mean? To achieve wealth. Wealth, what is wealth? I keep hearing them on about this wealth and how this man is wealthy. Wealthy. Well, you know, fools have a way of estimating wealth. Not realizing that wealth or richness, like we say, is this dimension is two-sided. So they have hold on to the negative aspect of wealth, a wealth that cannot be transferred anywhere apart from in the bank, which means nothing, because you ain't going in a bank, you know. You cannot transfer that wealth where you are going. You could transport honesty though and truthfulness and integrity and all those, because all those will be recorded in your memory. But are you saving those kind of credits in your memory? Or are you saving in there, right, the way that you earn your richness here? Is that what you save? Because don't forget, you know, memory, like I tell you, is a bank. And when you think that you are storing up wealth on earth, whether you're rich or poor, no, it is not stored in your bank account. What you are earning here is being stored on your memory. That is the real bank account. You know what I mean? So I like I said before, it would be worthwhile if one deposit things like honesty and goodness, you know, and caring and sharing. You know, those kind of sentiments are deposited in their memory rather than, you know, the exploitation of others and the desire to be rich and powerful and to rule and govern and control your fellow human being. Yes, it's not good currency that to be storing up. But when you get mixed up in this class business, then all kind of crazy idea come into, and of course you're going to think that, well, you know, because you are driving the Rolls Royce and I am walking, you know, that for some reason now you are above or you're better, you know what I mean? You can see these people must be the upper class convince them that if they should have certain material things or even eat certain type of food or drink certain kind of spirit, whatever they mix up, then this will make them better. This will make them seems to be better. So if they're drinking pink champagne and I don't know, some expensive brandy and whiskey and eating go to some particular restaurant, that somehow this behavior elevate them above their fellow human being and make them the cream of the crop, as it was. You know what I mean? So you can see that because of the class system as well. And they like to flatter people ego and get them, you know, really mad about this, like a designer label thing then. So some people won't wear anything unless it's a Gucci or Ralph or whatever the big name. I don't know they have them, you know. So they are seen in designer clothes. So apparently then, if you are a man or a woman who can dress in designer Gucci handbag or whatever them dealing with and dress, and every day you are in the designer dress, that costs you I don't know, a lot of money, that somehow you are you have made it in society. But when you study it, most of the people in designer clothes are, you would call them people who are full of shit. We are full of shit, but these are full of shit in the mind. Meaning, you know, they are sick. Because here you are now chasing designer clothes and want to be seen in this and that doesn't make you anybody. The more you chase after designer clothes and money and those things, the more stupid your soul is. The more ridiculous you're going to look when you reach the other side. You would look like just empty. That life was given to you, I say, here on earth, for a reason and a purpose. But for some reason, you wasn't interested in this reason and purpose that the life was given to you for. All you wanted to do was wear designer clothes and all this bullshit. And climb the ladder to mingle with the upper class as it was, you know, and to seek out a career as you would see it, and hopefully they will bestow on you some prestigious award, whatever that award is, and then you will feel pumped up now even more in your audacity that yes, I have achieved something in life. Look how many idiots have recognized me, you know, and all these idiots around me are telling me how good I am. But that is exactly what fools do. They like to heap praise on one another, because none of them can be truthful, and none of them will admit that, listen, this is bullshit. What are we doing here? You know what I mean? About we giving Grammys or Oscars, you know, for singing bullshit, when we know we're not truthful human beings. You know, we're not really living honestly and truthfully. We are following a shit stem. We are in competition with each other. We don't even like each other. We are jealous of each other, you know. If one get to number one and we never, one had the best movie And we thought we should have, you know what I mean? So it's all jealousy and all that, and who's wearing the best dress, who's got the best boom and you know what I mean? So you don't like each other anyway. It's all a pretense. Even when they get together, you see them all smiling. In the heart and the mind, really, they all burn up, jealous about this one getting that one having the better house, that one went to see the queen and they never, this one get the sir, and you know what I mean? Because when you are into this class structure business, you know, or this like I say, formal dressing up in your suit and tie, that is when, you know, that is the height of, like I say, idiocy have levels, like a tall building, you know what I mean? Some people are just normally idiot and ground level, but the higher up you go, the more idiotic you can become. But funnily enough, the more stupid you are, you know, the more better you appear to be then, if you know what I mean, in the world of deception. Because idiots have a way then, or idiocy have a way of masking itself to look good. You know, by, like I say, dressing up and having things then, if you want to know what I mean. Material things, because this is the material world and it's ruled by idiocy. So what idiocy has done is gather a lot of material things around. And idiots love material things. So you find that a lot of people are attracted to idiocy. And the people with the highest amount of idiocy. Oh yeah, they will... I'm surprised they have made idiocy their God. Pray at idiocy altar. You know what I mean? But the more, trust me, the more idiotic you can be on this planet here now, it's the more people will watch you and admire you. I kept thinking like a program they used to have on the telly there, Jackass. I think they make it into a movie. Just people doing absolute idiotic nothing, and people love that. You know what I mean? That's how people love and admire fools. People will do anything to meet fools, even just to shake their hand. You know what I mean? Why? Because the fool is well dressed. And the fool have a lot of paper. You know what I mean? Never mind that the fool is talking a load of shit. They love the shit that the fool is talking. Because trust me, none of these fools in high class society, you call them royal or whatever, none of them can speak the truth because they don't know it. They are complete. The truth is like, say, where they are in their own mind. It's like, say, the truth was about another trillion miles away from them. They have no idea that it exists. They don't even want to know if it exists. You know what I mean? They are completely on the flip side. They are completely, like I say, lost their soul or their understanding. Like I said, to be born in such position and escape. Any man who was born into the upper regions of these devils, rich people them, and escape with his soul intact, that is a bad soldier, I say. Yes, man. You know, because everyone on this planet here, everyone desires more or less is to be an idiot. That's what I say. Most people aim idiocy is placed in front of them, and they try to be as stupid as they can within the system, and hoping that this same shit system now will reward them for being ignorant and stupid. So straight away they would like to reach the higher regions up there in the class system. Like I say, and if they should ever get invited to a garden party down at Buckingham Palace, you know, or Obama called them in and telling them that he's giving them the order of merit or some other metal, you know, that is it for them now. You see, they can write a story, they've made a mark on history, you know. In other words, looking as a spiritual man, say, you're making your mark in idiocy and stupidity. And these are the very same idiots now who are more fervent in the nationalism business, you know what I mean? Because they've lost their these kind of fools don't have no what I call any center about them. So they just anything, any wild fantasy that come into their own mind, that is what they believe and follow, you know. Anything that is not true, that is what they will adhere to. And then now the upper class man now, he's the one running the system. Along with the middle class man now, it work for him then. So the two of them is working the system and give a work to what they would call the working class man. But the upper class man, like I tell you, he's the worst of man. I bet me soul against that. So here now, how can we have the worst part of ourselves as human now? Imagine that we really was classes of people then, like these lunatics are saying, eh? Upper, lower and whatever. How can we have the worst class, the most backward part of it, right, leading the race? Which I'm telling you, the upper class man them are the most backward beings, you know. But yet they are in the power, they are in the position then of leading us. If you have, if as beings then, because we are beings in it, if you have the most backward and intelligence amongst beings leading us, do you think they're going to lead us the right way? Oh no. The backward and unintelligent never lead the correct way because they don't know the correct way. If anything, they are leading you right into chaos and danger. And even if there's no danger, they are going to create the danger on the grounds that they can't help it because these are the most backward and I don't know if I can find the word, but the most backward of souls. You know what I mean? Nevertheless, they know how to dress well and to present, to make up for their inadequacy. They present things to make it look good. So they rely on deception. That's what I mean. Wearing fine clothes and all these, you know what I mean? But that doesn't make you genuine, does it? You see what I mean? And these are the kind of beings that are our leaders. You know what I mean? So if life was a vampire movie, then we would realize when we are hunting for vampires, we would suddenly realize, guess what? It is the vampires that are ruling. You know? Yeah, man. So all of the rule, all of them, those are the vampires. Those who do not know. Easy to spot them, like I say. If they are in the upper class, you know they don't know. And it's these same upper class now who like I say, because they've got the money. They are the one now who set up schools and universities and whatever. And they are the one now who decide what people should learn in school. Now imagine if idiots was deciding what you should learn. Not righteous and truthful men, you know, who is going to sit down now and decide what humanity should learn in university and in school. It's not righteous, man. I'm telling you, it's backward and ignorant beings. So if backward and ignorant beings are setting the agenda for what one should learn in school and university, what are you going to learn? You're going to end up learning backward things. You're not going to end up learning forward because they are not forward. You know, they are not honest and truthful, innit? They are deceiving beings, always having secrets to hide, you know? Selfish, wicked, you know what I mean? So when your education is coming from such a source, then how can it be any good to thy soul? You see what I mean? You receive things from those beings Like I'm saying, it's like taking energy. But those energies are not good. Because the intention of those beings are not good. They're wicked. So they're not going to be pushing out any good energy. They're not going to be making sure everyone, like we say, if there was such a thing, getting genuine, clean education, of understanding who they are and developing themselves. Of course, they're not going to do that. They're not going to do it because they don't know it anyway. For a start, they don't know about it because they are completely negative. And if they are negative, they can only teach you from a negative aspect. Because they are ruling from the negative aspect. They can't know about the positive. They only know the flip side of that. And like some people might even think, oh yeah, they know. They don't know. Because any being who knows will never break the law. You're crazy. You want to, who want to put themselves in lockup? Dangerous things. So any soul who know wouldn't do such things. They don't know. They just they believe what their scientists tell them, that this is a random universe. It's just a Big Bang thing. So because they are holding on to that, they don't know that there's consequences to their actions. So if they don't know this, why would they want to care? If I was a man and I never know that there was any consequences to action and firmly believe that when you're dead, you're dead, of course I'm going to do whatever I want. Who would care? I would step up on your head and get rich myself. Exploit you all and get rich. So, but these beings don't know. Not like say our positive man know. They don't know. You understand? They don't know that there is consequences to action. They believe they can keep secret. You understand what I mean? Simply by keeping it from an ex-man. They think that when they keep their dirty deeds from their friend or an ex-man, know that you can't keep secret. But wicked man don't know this. He doesn't know this for sure. He knows for sure that he can keep secret from his next door neighbor. You know about that. But his intelligence don't rise enough to show him that you can't keep secret from the one, because he doesn't know about the one. He doesn't even know what is, like I tell him, his memories. I have no idea. His scientists can't tell him what it is. You see what I mean? And it's a simple thing, you know, scientific. It's a video. You don't need no scientific explanation about that. All your deeds, since you come out of your mother, because memory is an endless thing, you know what I mean? Like a bottomless. The only time it stops filling up is when you're dead. And everything that you've done is on there. You don't need no scientist. Go and get your scientist, tell you. Tell your scientist that when he dead, right, that's how we're going to catch him for the wrongs that he did. If he was a wrong scientist on earth, that's how he's going to pay. Because while he was hiding away in his little laboratory, wherever he was doing whatever little unjust scientific work that he was doing, memory was recording his deeds. Not only his deeds, but his paymaster deeds as well. Because no one can get away from that. You see what I mean? But they don't know this. People, because if they know this, they wouldn't have set up this class system of upper class, lower class, and the Indians even have one where them call the people them, what do they call them? The undesirable. One of the most vicious class system on earth, I say, where they should set up now and call some people the undesirable. You know what I mean? But anyone at all, you know, who want to free themselves from in this time, you have to free yourself from all these forms of illusion. Like I'm telling you about, thinking of yourself in. You see, when you really check it out, the soul get bind in so many layers that it become like a big onion, you know, ring and you have to unwrap and get rid of all these, you know, different race business, you know, nationalism business, class system business, you know, color be all these you have to unwind, because if you don't unwind them, you're going to become set in that way. You know what I mean? And like I said, just end up living an ignorant life, and that is no good to a soul. You see what I mean? When you reach the next side, okay, you're not paying any notice now, because the upper classes, like I say, they enjoy the best. When you go around the earth, any of the biggest houses that you see and the best aeroplanes, whatever, those are for the upper classes. If they drive in a motor vehicle, the upper classes drive in the most comfortable one. When they eat food, they eat the best. When they go to hospital, they get best. Dentist, they get the best of everything. They are Lord and Master of the earth when you are in the upper class. But trust me, that is the worst position to be, in the upper class. Because when you are there, you are at the head, but you're really at the back. Paradoxically, that is. Because for some reason now, they've, not for some reason, just because of selfishness and greed, you know, they've stole, I say, what is not theirs. What should be shared out, they accumulate for themselves and their friends, taking away the birthright of their brother and their sister. Because I don't suppose they don't want to come anywhere. They wouldn't like to go in a poor neighborhood, so they wouldn't like to associate themselves with people from those places. You're not going to think it's your brother, ain't it? The same tramp that you see walking past your house, you wouldn't associate him as your brother, would you? No, because you're an upper class being, aren't you? You like to think that, oh, your ancestor was blah, 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 blah. And whatever big name your ancestor was, you know. So you think that because your ancestor was blah, blah, blah now, this entitle you, if there was a heaven, to a free passage in it. Or it entitle you to free understanding. But I'm telling you in this time, you know, these are the worst kind of beings that you see here setting up these kind of business. And all of these beings, like I'm saying, if there's a hell, I use the term hell because I come to earth and here say, oh yeah, you go to hell. These beings are going to hell. And when we say going to hell, they're going to where negative beings go to get their reward. Whatever the reward is, I am not the one giving out the reward, because I am not the law. The law is the one that recommend that these beings should receive whatever it is reward for the negative way that they come here and live against their fellow human being and against the law. Natural law I'm talking about, you know, and against the law of God, you know, because you cannot break the law and get away with it. You seem to understand. And I'll be talking about breaking the law and getting away with it. What day is it today? Wednesday, I hear them say. Friday everything finished. I reckon it will be about 7:45. What do you think, Marius? Marius said he think it could be 3:30. Friday. So then if everything if everything is going to finish either 3:30 or could be 8:45 in the morning, I reckon. Well, anyway, I have heard that a lot of people is stocking up on food, you know, and some are in underground bunker, all kind of anywhere they're running. You know what I mean? But don't worry, man. Don't worry running about and panicking. The worst thing that can happen to you is that you're going to die. And what difference does it make if you die Friday, right? Or 5 years from now, or 10 years, or 20 years from now, or 30, or 40, or 50. You're going to die anyway. So it wouldn't matter if you die Friday, innit? So you don't have to be running on underground. And if you do feel panicky, that you have to run. I'll give you a word of advice. Don't run underground. It's dangerous under there. I reckon it could turn into your grave. It's best you face whatever is coming. If you think something's coming, innit, don't run away. Cowards run away. And our coward will die in the crush. You see what I mean? So it's better you don't get in this hasty rush, panicking, running underground and all. All those who are running will die in the running. If any, you will panic and crush your own self in your own anxiety to get away from whatever it is you expect to be getting away from. I don't know. Your business in life is not to be worried about what is happening and this and 2012 and you are supposed to concentrate on living a decent, honest life with your fellow human being. That is why you are here on earth. You know what I mean? You are not here, like I said, to be striving to get to the upper class or into the middle class, or striving to have a career in whatever field of the have a drink. Whatever field of the arts they push you into. Whatever game they drive you to do. Yeah? That you want to take a stock of all this. You know what I mean? All these activities that you are doing, you need to find out from yourself exactly why you're doing them. And if you have an ambition that you're chasing after, you need to really find out why. Why are you studying for the bachelor? Whatever you're studying for, seriously, is it to promote? Are you studying this great study that you're studying to promote unity within the world and understanding between man and man and man and woman and woman and woman, beings and beings? Is that what you're studying for? All these people that are studying, right? Whatever study they are. They need to find out what is it they're studying for. Are they studying so that they can find out ways that we can love each other better? Already they just studying because they want to. They've been promised a nice job and they make a lot of money out of the job, working for Mr. Upper Class. Are you sure it's not Mr. Upper Class who is driving your ambition? Is it your ambition or is it Mr. Upper Class ambition that you've got within your own self? You know what I mean? Are you here to understand your own self, figure out who you are, or are you here to chase the ambition of some other man or some other woman for that matter who have set up an agenda for you? Or is recruiting you, because they will educate you so that you can come and work for them and pay you very well as well. So that the money that you get paid, that will, soften the promptings of your own conscience then, or silence it. Imagine they use money to silence your conscience. You're not already being, to be brought that easily. But that's how Mr. Upper Class has been able to maintain his monopoly on the world situation, because he's been able to pamper these the lover present, or I say a gift, and that is Mr. Upper Class got all these kind of things to give them, to flatter them, and they have not seen through the like I say, the hypocrisy of the upper classes, because the upper classes have a way of dressing smart, and because the upper classes own the factory, they feel that they have to bow to them in case they say, oh well, if you don't bow to us, you're not getting any job. You know what I mean? So everyone have to be, even though the upper classes, like I said, most of them are pervert and sick people, but you still have to pay them reverence, because like they say, they are the one putting bread on your table. No, they are the one taking bread off your table, not putting bread on your table. You know what I mean? They should not be in the position that they are in anyway, but because of wickedness and deceitfulness, they've managed to worm their way in such a position and dress themselves up now to look decent, and is even making the laws of society. Imagine wicked and deceitful man making the laws of society and earth. Anyway, the laws have been conceived by wicked and deceitful men, but it just because they are in decent clothes and they was sent to the highest brainwashing institution. That's where they went to think up the ways of writing the laws that they are. Wicked and evil men cannot make laws. Law was already made by the one. Yeah? And only an next righteous man can see the law of God. But wicked and deceitful men cannot see this. So any laws that wicked and deceitful men make. And don't bother think because they elect some idiots and call them a judge and put wig and black coat on them that these men are moral, have any moral standing in truths and rights. They haven't. The only thing that these high judges, whether they have, say, have 9 idiots in America, I think this was there is 9 fools, not godly men. They just went to, like I said, the highest brainwashing institution where they say they go and study law. Study what law? Which law? I hear people going to university to study law. What law are you going there to study? You want to study the laws of truth and rights. What is right and correct? That is the law. Not the laws that idiots give right and make up and then put it in books and you're all over in university are studying your great law books. You're not studying no law book, you're studying the book of idiocy and stupidity. And the more time you spend studying these idiotic laws, the more further you go away from yourself. But because, like I said, you've been well paid by the upper classes, you know what I mean, to be a complete fool, like I say. And you love it so much, you farm yourself into a middle class. And you hate this man now, like I say, from the underclass. And maybe he even down there now, thinking that, oh, the middle class and the upper class, they are good. So he's trying to do his best to get up there as well. To get to the middle and hopefully, well, if not to the top, well, he's settling in the middle. At least he'll be satisfied that he's not with these underclass, lower class man. You know, but what I'm saying, those are the thinking of beings when you completely lose your way in the world. You know, when, like I say, what kind of idiot would want to spend the time? You are going somewhere, not Earth. You leave in Earth, but you spend your time building up empires on Earth, and you have a factory here, there, in China, over there, and people say you're out 100 million. But all this energy that you spend, you know, looking for your success, and your success you make it here, but you're not staying here, you're going. So you see, these are when you lose your mind, you can't think straight. And yet the very people who cannot think straight is the very people that we admire. Just like I like to use this one, I'm saying, if anyone have the sky, get on the God channel. You know what I mean? And the people, the preacher, all of them are idiots. Preaching what they don't know. But have a look at their audience. Because people love people who's talking idiots. Idiots like to go listen to other idiots rambling about idiotic business. And no fool like the truth. They would rather listen to what idiots say. So when we sit and speak the truth, you ain't going to get an audience like, say, when Billy Graham talk, even though those men are speaking bullshit to the fullest. Yeah? Or Cliff Road Dollar. Any one of them, Pat, I don't know what them call them. But every single one of them is idiots anyway. None of them know the truth. But check the audience that they've got. Because that's how they run. You will have a singer, as an example, singing some real honest and truthful song, and his audience is a small amount. Check those now who are singing songs that make absolutely no sense at all, and they have been written about as the greatest group. They are the greatest bunch. Any group that they are telling you are the greatest bunch of idiots. That's all they are. When you check their music, or if you should go and read the lyrics that these idiots are writing and are singing to you is a load of shit. And you gobble it up and let them prance about and, you know, cause they look good and they say, green two teeth. Say, oh, yeah, they are the greatest, they are the greatest bullshitters in life. These are the kind of souls that I say, when they go to the other side, yeah, they can go there and enjoy their success. You know what I mean? They say they've been entertaining people all them life. Entertaining people with what? With a load of bullshit. You see? Making music that mean absolutely nothing. If anything, the music keep people in ignorance. And then the people them who are in ignorance want to follow their heroes. Listen to the music of their heroes that keep their mind at a level which it will never rise from. Listening to idiotic music like those. Yeah? That's what these pop stars are paid so well, and why they are given the publicity that they are given. Not because they are singing any songs that are any good. Very few singers. There is singers singing, you know, who sing good songs, but these don't get promoted like those who are singing idiocy. Idiocy rules. So all of those singers who are in the, what we call the spotlight, like Beyonce, Jay-Z, Lady Gaga, Madonna, Rolling Stone, Meek, all of them, Michael Jackson, all these Prince, all of them are singing a lot of shit, crap, no nonsense music, garbage that should be immediately thrown in the bin. But it's not going to get thrown in the bin because the system of idiocy needs such stars and icons to butter up idiocy, make it look good, and then to coerce a lot of ignorant human beings into following idiocy. You see what I mean? Because once you're dancing to those kind of music and they are your stars and you want to go, some people are paying ridiculous money to go and see Rolling Stones. Sing what? A load of crap, nothing spiritual. It's as if something going to enlighten when you wake up. You know what I mean? Not like the man them singing a Bob Marley or something like that, where, you know, it's a spiritual thing. Nothing, just crap. And yet they are being presented as one of the greatest pop group. Every single one of these singers, like I tell you, are rappers, are deluded beings, because what? They're working for the shit stem. Shit stem pay them well. They sell the soul, just so they can accumulate a lot of paper. You know what I mean? And live in a comfortable house and drive the latest car and drink the latest champagne, like I say, and smoke a cigar. That they don't even smoke cigar anyway, but cause it's a status symbol of the upper class, and they want to be like, they want to imitate their masters, so they'll do anything to try and imitate their masters as it was. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying to you, such behavior, it is such behavior that is leading your soul into deeper and deeper darkness and deeper confusion. You know what I mean? And such behavior, you alone will have to pay for it. You won't be so, you won't have your fans, you know, cheering you on the next side. When you reach the next side, you know what I mean? Your fans won't be there cheering you on. You know, you strive so best for your fans while you're here, you know, pretending. Because you can't be yourself when you're those kind of people. You have to, they usually say they have to be an alter ego, no? So you have to pretend. So how can you, and you're supposed to be whole. You can't be whole when you're pretending to be somebody else 24/7, can you? You'll never be yourself, never find out who you are. You know what I mean? Because you sell out for paper. And for all musicians, all of you, like I'm saying, who are out there singing, and then a lot of them are saying, don't thank God for the voice. You just think God give you a voice to come and sing shit and help corrupt your fellow human being. If God did give you a voice to sing and you are a singer, you are supposed to sing healthy and wholesome song. And if you are a writer and God give you the talent to write good lyrics. that means something to the soul of your fellow human being. Some songs that when they play it or listen to it, it will uplift their soul. Encourage them in the struggle against the upper classes. Not songs that mean nothing, are just sexual songs. You are wasting your talent. You've been bought by the system to sing bullshit. You're not honest. You know what I mean? And most of these, like I say, with any little bit of talent, you better check if you have any little bit of talent. Because as soon as you show any sign of talent, the system is there to flatter you, to take you away from yourself and to turn you into who you're not. You know what I mean? Maybe move you up in the class system, make you feel good, give you a knighthood and a sir, like I say, to flatter you, so that you can continue to support this shit system that is keeping your fellow human being in subjection. You know what I mean? No wonder so many people is running away or is feeling that my said on Friday things will happen. You know what I mean? Because things should change in this shit system. Whether it's Friday or not, what difference does that make? It should change because the shit system is wicked, and now it can be fully exposed within this time. You know what I mean? Everyone whose eyes is open, I say in this time, even those whose eyes are not open, it's clear to see the evil that is happening, because it's not hiding anymore in it. People call for war, you know. If you go on your internet now, you can see even, like I say, children beheading adults. See it in Syria. So wickedness don't hide anymore. All kind of atrocities going on right in front of our eyes. We can see the men in suits saying, "Oh, let's go drop more bomb there. Let's attack Iran. Let's do this." So nothing is hiding. It's not that you have to look and think, well, who is causing this evil? Who is pushing for it? It's all around us. You know what I mean? And it's time this, like I say, this evil shit system collapse and fall down. Anyway, I am going to take what I would call a front row seat, you know, watching what is going to happen, as they say. But like I'm saying, you know, don't be running anywhere. If you ever get the feeling something's going on, so you're going to run underground, stay above ground. That's the safest place. All those who are going underground, mind you, don't come, you get sealed up underground. If there's a fire coming, better to stay up and face the fire. If you are not wicked, the fire won't burn you. Anyway, on that jokey fine out, I'm going to reel out of Firehouse and go and book my seat to observe the dawning of on Friday, as it was. Anyway, fire out and fire in from Firehouse. Rastafari, leave it.